Have you ever wondered why could your liver be the body's greatest superhero? This amazing organ manages over 500 vital tasks every single day, acting like a steadfast protector that ensures your body runs smoothly. Consider your liver the ultimate bodyguard, filtering toxins and unwanted substances from your bloodstream. This keeps everything in check, allowing your body to function optimally. In addition to detoxifying, the liver produces bile, a substance critical for breaking down dietary fats to facilitate digestion. Furthermore, it processes nutrients from the foods you consume, ensuring your body receives essential fuel. It also serves as a storage hub for important vitamins and minerals, like iron and vitamin B12, preparing them for future use. But that's not the end of its responsibilities. The liver expertly regulates cholesterol levels while balancing hormones, helping the body maintain internal harmony. Surprisingly, it even supports your immune system, aiding your body in fighting off infections. Given all these roles it plays, it's no wonder the liver is often called the body's unsung hero. So the next time you're enjoying a meal, think about the incredible work your liver is doing to keep you healthy and vibrant. Did you know a cremation can start a fire? In a surprising incident, a crematorium faced an unexpected challenge when the cremation of a 500-pound body triggered a fire. The sheer size of this corpse led to issues with the furnace, where the intense heat and larger volume generated more flammable gases than usual. Consequently, the crematorium's equipment couldn't handle the excess heat, resulting in flames escaping from the chamber. Thankfully, firefighters promptly arrived and controlled the situation, preventing extensive damage. This incident highlights the importance of properly maintaining crematoriums and understanding the limitations of their equipment. While cremation is meant to be a respectful process for handling remains, this event serves as a reminder of the complexities involved in operations with such high heat. How often do we think about what goes on during cremation? What if I told you sea lions are vocal maestros? These fascinating marine mammals don't just lounge on sunny beaches, they create a cacophony of sound that resonates along rocky coastal breeding grounds. Each sea lion colony becomes a vibrant stage where more than 30 distinct vocalizations, from deep growls to sharp squeals, fill the air. These sounds serve crucial roles in their social structures, defending territory, attracting potential mates, and calling for young pups. During the intense mating season, dominant males claim their space, establishing fortress bars on the beach where they bellow continuously to fend off rivals and assert their dominance. Amid this lively atmosphere, pups learn to distinguish the unique vocal fingerprint of their mothers, allowing them to reunite in the bustling crowd. Surprisingly, research reveals that the calls of sea lions can develop regional dialects, akin to human accents, indicating that vocal traditions are inherited from one generation to the next. This intricate language isn't just noise. It fosters social bonds, identifies individuals, and serves as a cultural legacy in the sea lion community. Most people don't know this, but Shakespeare's daughter could read. This fascinating detail about the famous playwright's family sheds light on education during the Elizabethan era. Susanna, Shakespeare's eldest child, was known to be literate, which was quite rare for women in that time. While society often limited access to education for girls, Shakespeare's influence as a successful writer likely encouraged his own family to embrace learning. It raises intriguing questions about the values he held and how they might have shaped his works. Imagine young Susanna reading her father's plays or poetry, possibly even discussing them with him at home. This insight not only humanizes Shakespeare, but also helps us understand that he viewed education as vital. The knowledge that his daughter was literate adds a rich layer to our appreciation of Shakespeare as a father and a playwright. What insights might he have shared with her about the power of words and storytelling? It's a lovely thought to ponder. Is it really true that Canada reached 45 degrees Celsius? In a surprising turn of weather events, Canada recorded its highest temperature ever at a scorching 45.0 degrees Celsius, 113 degrees Fahrenheit. This remarkable milestone not only tops Canada's historic temperature records, but also beats any recorded temperatures in Brazil and Thailand. Typically known for its chilly winters and mild summers, Canada astonished many as this unprecedented heat wave swept through parts of the country. This extreme temperature highlights the ongoing challenges of climate change, which has been contributing to increasingly unpredictable weather patterns worldwide. Regions previously spared from extreme heat are now experiencing conditions usually found in the tropics. As we witness such extraordinary weather phenomena, questions arise about what this means for Canada's environment and how our climate might continue to change in the years ahead. Is it really true that mantises can swivel their heads? The praying mantis stands out as one of the most fascinating insects on our planet due to its remarkable ability to turn its head. Unlike most insects, which have fixed necks, the mantis can rotate its head nearly 180 degrees. This flexibility allows it to monitor its surroundings with precision, making it a highly effective predator. With their bulging eyes positioned on the sides of their heads, these skilled hunters can spot movement from a wide range of angles, ensuring they won't miss a meal. Whether it's a small bug or unsuspecting prey, the mantis uses its head-turning talent to track down its next meal. This unique adaptation not only highlights the mantis's hunting prowess, but also adds to its captivating behavior, showcasing how evolution shapes these incredible creatures in the wild. Who knew such a small insect could have such cool skills? Is it really true that a moth caused a computer bug? In 1947, engineers at Harvard University experienced a bizarre situation when they found a live moth causing issues in a computer relay. This little insect became a symbol of trouble in the world of technology, marking the creation of the term computer bug. The engineers were troubleshooting an early computer called the Mark II when they discovered the moth trapped inside, which was disrupting the machine's operations. This incident highlighted how unexpected problems, sometimes even caused by nature, could arise in computing. Since then, the phrase debugging has entered our everyday language, illustrating efforts to fix both hardware and software issues. Today, the concept of a bug has evolved but still pays homage to that one little moth. Isn't it amazing how a small creature can have such a big impact on technology? Here's something incredible about hard to believe, but Italians live with parents longer. In Italy, it's surprisingly common for young adults to live with their parents until they are around 28 or 30. This trend reflects the strong family bonds typical of Italian culture and highlights the home as a supportive environment for young people. Many families see this living arrangement as a way to maintain connections and provide emotional support. Instead of rushing into independence, young Italians often prioritize education or starting their careers while sharing their childhood home with parents. This setup fosters a cozy atmosphere where family dinners are not just meals, but cherished gatherings that uphold traditions and strengthen relationships. Moreover, the high housing costs in urban areas make it practical for young people to remain at home a bit longer than in other cultures. Unlike places where moving out symbolizes adulthood, Italians often celebrate these extended stays as a testament to their rich family values. So if you meet an Italian in their late 20s, still living with mom and dad, remember they're enjoying their family legacy. Why exactly does your cat have whiskers? These aren't just for show. A cat's whiskers are incredible sensory tools. Whiskers, or vibrissae, are specialized hairs that are highly sensitive and connected to a network of nerves. This special setup allows cats to sense tiny air movements in their surroundings, which is especially useful during those twilight hunting hours when light is low. Imagine a night hunter using its whiskers like radar to detect nearby objects, even in complete darkness. Whiskers help cats gauge the width of spaces, allowing them to know if they can squeeze through tight spots safely. They are about as wide as the cat's body, so if the whiskers fit, the body likely will too. Additionally, whiskers can pick up vibrations and changes in their environment, keeping your feline friend alert and aware. This unique adaptation demonstrates just how finely tuned cats are to their habitats, making these furry predators both fascinating and effective hunters. Isn't it amazing how something as simple as whiskers can enhance a cat's survival skills? Is it really true that paper can only fold 7 times? This might sound unbelievable, but if you take a standard square piece of paper and attempt to fold it in half repeatedly, you'll find you can only manage 7 folds. Why does this happen? Each time you fold the paper, you double its thickness and increase its strength while also reducing the surface area you can work with. After 7 folds, the paper becomes so thick that no amount of force can help you fold it any further. This interesting limitation sheds light on the physical properties of materials and the inherent challenges when manipulating them. The next time you're working with paper, think about how something that seems so simple can have such surprising limits. It's a neat little experiment that shows not just the fun of folding, but also the science behind the materials we use every day. So have you tried folding a piece of paper and reached the limit? Here's a wild fact you won't believe this about the largest organism on Earth. It's Pando, a sprawling aspen forest in Utah that's not just impressive in size, but also remarkable in its biology. Covering roughly 106 acres, equivalent to about 80 football fields, this extraordinary grove is a single clonal organism, meaning all the trees share the same genetic makeup thanks to a massive underground root system. Pando isn't merely a cluster of trees, it's a living marvel of interconnectedness and resilience, demonstrating how nature can thrive over millennia. Some estimates suggest that Pando is around 80,000 years old, making it one of the oldest living organisms known to science. The trees, with their striking golden leaves in autumn, create a stunning landscape that attracts visitors and nature enthusiasts alike. However, Pando faces significant threats from climate change and human impact, putting its survival at risk. Protecting this unique organism is essential for preserving biodiversity and understanding ecosystems as a whole. So when you wander through a forest next time, know that it might just be a part of a larger story than you ever imagined. Can you believe how fast Earth is changing? Our planet isn't static. It's constantly undergoing transformations that can affect everything from weather patterns to how rockets are launched into space. The Earth's crust is in a continual state of motion due to tectonic plate activity, which causes earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. These shifts can alter geographical features and even influence gravity at certain locations. As the Earth moves, scientists must calculate precise trajectories for rockets. For example, when launching a spacecraft, engineers consider the Earth's rotation and its orbit around the Sun to ensure their rockets reach the right destination. Despite our technological advancements, these natural changes introduce complexities in planning successful missions. The quest to understand these dynamics is fascinating and essential, especially as we explore beyond our planet. So the next time you hear about rocket launches, remember that Earth's constant movement is a crucial player in that incredible journey into the cosmos. Did you know SIM cards can wear out? Physical SIM cards, those small chips that connect your phone to mobile networks, typically have a lifespan of around 10 years. After this period, they may not function correctly due to wear and tear or network upgrades. Imagine your phone suddenly losing service because its SIM is too old. Beyond age, these tiny cards can also be vulnerable to cloning and hacking. One common method, known as SIM swapping, allows hackers to hijack your phone number, potentially leading to identity theft or unauthorized access to your accounts. By simply tricking your mobile provider, they can take control of your SIM card. It's crucial to be aware of these risks and consider upgrading your SIM if it's nearing the end of its lifespan. Have you checked your SIM card recently? Did you know Boris Karloff had a secret identity? Born William Henry Pratt, the legendary actor transformed into a cultural icon through his haunting portrayal of Frankenstein's monster. But there's more to this story than just scary movies. To protect his aristocratic English family from embarrassment, Karloff adopted a pseudonym. Imagine living in a world where your family's legacy weighed heavily on your shoulders. William took inspiration from his mother's maiden name, crafting the name Boris Karloff, which captured the essence of his chilling roles. This clever choice allowed him to break free from societal expectations, forging a new path in Hollywood. Karloff's journey from a young man with a prestigious lineage to a beloved horror star is a fascinating tale. His success in portraying terrifying creatures not only captivated audiences, but also paved the way for countless actors in the horror genre. Isn't it amazing how a name can shape a career? Here's a wild fact about drunk driving history. It all began way back in the late 19th century when George Smith faced a hefty penalty for being the first person ever convicted of drunk driving in London. In 1897, this unusual incident involved Smith crashing his horse-drawn cab into a building, a crash that led to a 25-shilling fine. This amount was significant at the time, highlighting how society was starting to recognize the dangers posed by impaired driving. As automobiles began to emerge, the issue of drunk driving became even more critical, leading to stricter laws and public awareness campaigns over the decades. Today, organizations work tirelessly to prevent drunk driving and save lives. But it's interesting to think that these efforts have historical roots tracing back more than a century. What do you think about the evolution of these laws? Did you know Andorra has two heads of state? This tiny country, nestled in the Eastern Pyrenees Mountains between France and Spain, operates under a unique political system. The President of France and the Bishop of Urgell in Spain share the title of co-princes of Andorra, making it a fascinating example of a dual leadership. The Bishop of Urgell, a Catholic cleric, has been part of Andorra's governance since the 13th century, reflecting a historical bond that intertwines religion and politics. Unlike most countries, where power rests in a single ruler or a president, Andorra thrives with its dual heads, each bringing different influences to the governance of this picturesque nation. Citizens enjoy a parliamentary democracy, where these two leaders represent their interests internationally while cooperating with local officials. This system contributes to the stability and charm of Andorra, attracting tourists eager to explore its stunning mountains and rich culture. How often do you find a country with such an unusual political setup? Hard to believe, but chocolate is a stimulant. The secret behind this delightful treat lies in cacao beans, which are packed with a natural compound called theobromine. This substance has a chemical structure similar to caffeine, and it acts as a mild stimulant on our bodies. When you indulge in chocolate, theobromine primarily affects your central nervous system, heart, and muscles, offering that pleasant little energy boost you crave. It's fascinating to know that while most people can enjoy theobromine without worry, it poses a serious risk to pets like dogs and cats. Their bodies metabolize theobromine much slower than ours, leading to potential toxicity. So, next time you savor a piece of chocolate, remember that it's not only delicious but also a complex mix of compounds that can affect different species in surprising ways. Isn't nature amazing? Believe it or not, Nikki made history with arrows. This remarkable artist set a Guinness World Record by shooting 7 carbon arrows through a keyhole, showcasing her exceptional skill and precision. Imagine the focus and control needed to perform such a feat. Hitting a target the size of a keyhole isn't just about being good with a bow, it takes incredible dedication and practice. Nikki's record serves as an inspiring reminder of what individuals can achieve with hard work and determination. Besides illustrating her talent, this achievement highlights the fascinating world of archery and the creativity often seen in sports. Artists like Nikki blur the lines between art and athleticism, proving that extraordinary feats can come from unexpected places. Have you ever tried your hand at archery or thought about pursuing a unique goal like hers? What happened when veterans marched in Washington in 1932? In 1932, the Bonus Army, a group of World War I veterans, took a stand in Washington, D.C., demanding the financial bonuses they were promised for their service. These men, struggling during the Great Depression, believed the government owed them for their sacrifices. However, instead of receiving support, they faced a harsh crackdown. Under President Hoover's orders, General Douglas MacArthur led U.S. troops to disperse the gathering. Soldiers used tear gas, bayonets, and even tanks against these peaceful veterans, an action that shocked the nation. The brutal response resulted in 2 deaths and countless injuries. This tragic event served as a stark reminder of the struggles faced by veterans and raised important questions about how society treats those who have served their country. The Bonus Army's march went down in history as a pivotal moment in American civil rights. Is it really true that Samoa skipped a whole day? On December 30th, 2011, the island nation of Samoa made a stunning decision to leap from one side of the international date line to the other. This meant that instead of experiencing December 30th, The people went straight from December 29 to December 31. The change was made to align the country's time zones with its trading partners, making business easier and more efficient. It sounds strange, but can you imagine how confusing it must have been for everyone? Despite losing a whole day, workers in Samoa were still compensated for the time they missed, ensuring that no one suffered financially from this unusual transition. This fascinating event showcases how different countries can bend the rules of time for practicality. It also opens up discussions about how we perceive time and the importance of calendars in daily life. So what do you think about jumping straight into a new year? Would you embrace the adventure of skipping a day? Meet the tiny Patudigua spider found in Colombia. This remarkable little creature holds the title for the smallest known spider species, with its females measuring a mere 0.3 inches wide, smaller than a sesame seed. Can you imagine something so tiny? Discovered nestled in the lush forests of Colombia, the Patudigua showcases the incredible diversity of life in our world. Despite their minuscule size, these spiders are a vital part of the ecosystem, preying on tiny insects and helping to control their populations. Their extraordinary dimensions highlight the adaptability of life as it finds ways to thrive in various environments. Researchers continue to study such species to understand better how they survive and interact within their habitats. So the next time you see a sesame seed, remember that somewhere in Colombia, there's a spider so small it could easily hide behind it. Isn't nature fascinating? Experience sunsets like never before with planners. Hiring sunset planners is a growing trend among affluent individuals who want the ultimate evening view. These experts analyze weather patterns, atmospheric conditions, and even the position of the sun to ensure a stunning sunset. While it may seem extravagant to hire someone for this, it reveals a shift in how some people approach nature. Instead of just enjoying a sunset, they're curating an experience that's almost like a work of art. Imagine sitting in the perfect spot, surrounded by friends and family, as the sky transforms into vibrant hues of orange and pink, all planned out just for you. This trend raises questions about our relationship with the natural world. Are we moving too far away from simply appreciating life's beauty? Or can these experiences deepen our connection to nature? Either way, the sunset will be breathtaking. You might be shocked to learn that Belgium loves strawberries. In the quaint town of Breden, there's a fascinating museum devoted solely to this beloved fruit. The Strawberry Museum showcases the rich history and cultivation of strawberries, highlighting how this sweet berry has shaped local culture over the years. Exhibits feature stunning photographs, antique farming tools, and even interactive displays that let visitors learn about growing strawberries at home. You can explore how different varieties, like the famous El Santa, have become favorites among farmers and consumers alike. The museum also dives into strawberry festivals and culinary delights, where you can taste everything from fresh strawberries to delicious jams and desserts. Belgium's devotion to strawberries isn't just about taste, it's a celebration of tradition and community. Are you ready to discover the juicy secrets behind this cherished fruit? Have you ever noticed vowel patterns in English words? This fascinating aspect of the English language showcases how some words perfectly align the vowels A, E, I, O, and U in order. Take the word facetious, for instance. It delights language enthusiasts not just because it means humorous, but because it contains all the vowels in their correct sequence. When we explore this quirky linguistic feature, we find it's not isolated to just a couple of instances. There are other words like abstemious and arsenious that also honor this vowel order without any interruptions. Such rare finds enrich our understanding of English and highlight its playful nature. It raises questions about how language evolves and whether more words could potentially fit into this special category. Why does this pattern occur, and what does it reveal about our linguistic creativity? Learning about these oddities adds a layer of fun to language mastery. Turns out the truth is that mirages are fascinating. The most common type of mirage, known as the standard mirage, happens when hot air close to the ground bends light due to a process called refraction. This bending creates a visual effect that can trick our eyes, making it look like there's water or a shiny surface on hot roads or in sun-soaked deserts. Ever driven on a sweltering day and thought you saw a pool of water ahead, only to find it vanishing as you got closer? That's the magic of this optical illusion. The hot air layers near the surface are less dense than the cooler air above, causing the light rays to change direction. As a result, distant objects appear distorted or shifted. Mirages remind us how our perception of reality can be altered by environmental conditions, nature's very own magic show. Curious about what else can trick our mind? Here's something incredible about purple royalty. The vibrant color purple has long been a symbol of wealth and power, and there's a fascinating reason behind this. In ancient times, purple dye was extracted from the mucus of the murex snail, a process that was not only labor-intensive, but also incredibly rare. To create just 1 gram of this rich dye, around 12,000 snails were required. This scarcity made purple garments incredibly expensive and desirable, leading to its association with royalty. Kings and queens wore purple to signal their status, and commoners were often forbidden from donning the color. The labor of collecting and processing these snails was so great that only the wealthiest could afford the luxurious fabric dyed in purple. Today, that legacy of opulence continues, reminding us of how color can carry such powerful meanings throughout history. You might be surprised by your sleep time. Did you know that, on average, it takes about 7 minutes for a person to fall asleep? This might seem quick, but the exact time can vary greatly depending on a few key factors. For instance, stress levels are a major player. If your mind is racing with worries or plans, it might take longer to drift off. Comfort also matters. Your pillow, mattress, and overall sleeping environment significantly contribute to how quickly you can snooze. Individual sleeping habits play a role too. Some people have consistent nighttime routines that help signal their bodies when it's time to sleep, leading to a faster transition into dreamland. Others might struggle with irregular schedules or late-night screens, which can extend the time it takes to fall asleep. Next time you're lying in bed, consider what factors might be influencing your sleep time. Are you cozy enough? Is your mind at ease? Small changes can make a big difference in how quickly you find rest. Did you know that sneezing can cause colorful flashes? When you sneeze, an interesting phenomenon called phosphenes might greet you. This occurs because the force of a sneeze puts pressure on your eyes, which in turn stimulates the retinal cells. These cells are responsible for detecting light and sending signals to your brain. When they get a little jolt from the pressure, they can create illusions that appear as bright flashes or vibrant patterns of light. Imagine suddenly seeing swirls of color just as you let out a powerful sneeze. This experience is not harmful and is rather unique. Although not everyone experiences phosphenes, many who do find it a surprising twist to such an everyday action. So the next time you feel a sneeze building up, prepare for a little light show that your eyes might just put on for you. Here's a wild fact about Pallas cats. These fascinating little creatures are not just cute, they have some incredible adaptations for survival. Pallas cats, native to the cold steppes and mountainous areas of Central Asia, boast thick, fluffy fur that keeps them warm in frigid temperatures. Unlike domestic cats, these wild felines are built for the harsh conditions of their environment, using their coat to insulate against extreme weather. Their unique fur isn't just for warmth, it also helps them blend into their surroundings, making them stealthy hunters as they stalk prey like rodents and birds. Measuring around the size of a domestic cat, Pallas cats have short legs and a stocky build, adding to their adorable appearance. Despite their charm, these cats face threats from habitat loss and hunting, which makes their conservation vital. Understanding and protecting Pallas cats not only helps preserve their species, but also supports the delicate ecosystem they inhabit. How can we aid these adorable wild cats? Believe it or not, Microraptor was a tiny dinosaur. This fascinating creature, estimated to weigh less than a chihuahua, challenges our typical image of dinosaurs as colossal giants. Microraptor lived around 120 million years ago during the Cretaceous period and was about the size of a crow. Its remarkable feathered body hints at its ability to glide through the trees, making it quite different from the roaring giants we often think of. With long feathers on its arms and tail, It resembled a bird more than the traditional dinosaur. Paleontologists discovered Microraptor's fossils in China, where the fine details of its feathers were remarkably preserved. This tiny dinosaur sheds light on the evolutionary link between dinosaurs and modern birds, opening up new chapters in our understanding of how some dinosaurs adapted to their environments. Imagine how it must have looked soaring through the prehistoric skies. Isn't it amazing to think that such a small, agile dinosaur roamed the Earth, while massive creatures like T-Rex were also striding through the landscape? Here's a wild fact about moving granite spheres. At the Science Museum of Virginia, an astonishing exhibit features a massive solid granite sphere that weighs a jaw-dropping 50,000 pounds. But here's the thrill. Despite its weight, you can move this giant stone with just a gentle push, thanks to a clever hydraulic system called the Google Fountain. This system creates a thin layer of water beneath the sphere, acting like a cushion that allows it to glide easily. Even children can take part in the fun, effortlessly rotating the sphere and discovering the wonders of physics in action. When you think about the heavy granite rock sitting there, you might wonder how something so huge can move so smoothly. This exhibit not only showcases incredible engineering, but also ignites curiosity about how simple principles of science, like water pressure and lubrication, can create such remarkable effects. The Google Fountain invites everyone to interact and experience physics firsthand. How cool is that? Believe it or not, K2 is incredibly tough to climb. As the second highest mountain in the world, K2, also known as Mount Godwin-Austen, stands at a staggering 8,601 meters, 28,251 feet tall. This colossal peak, located in the Karakoram range of the Himalayas, is famous not just for its height, but for the extreme challenges it poses to climbers. Many view K2 as the ultimate test of mountaineering skill, with a notoriously steep ascent that often features harsh weather conditions, avalanches, and treacherous ice formations. Despite these dangers, K2 continues to attract adventurers eager to conquer its summit. Unlike its more accessible neighbor, Mount Everest, K2 has a much lower success rate, making it a symbol of both allure and danger in the world of extreme exploration. Many climbers dream of reaching K2's peak, but it's a journey that requires not just bravery, but exceptional preparation and teamwork. How does K2's reputation inspire you to face your own challenges? Let's uncover the truth about saffron. This remarkable spice, often called red gold, comes from the vibrant flower of Crocus sativus and plays a crucial role in Iranian cuisine. Did you know that Iran produces around 90% of the world's saffron? This not only highlights its importance, but also reveals how deeply embedded saffron is in Iranian culture and traditions. The cultivation of saffron is an ancient practice in Iran, with farmers tending to these delicate flowers by hand to harvest the tiny crimson stigmas. These stigmas are what give saffron its unique flavor and rich color, making it a prized ingredient in various dishes. The process is labor-intensive and requires careful timing, which is why saffron is one of the most expensive spices globally. Beyond its culinary uses, saffron is also celebrated for its potential health benefits. Have you ever wondered why saffron holds such a prestigious position in kitchens around the world? Did you know that shirt started as a bachelor undershirt? In 1904, the t-shirt emerged as an innovative solution for men's undergarments, designed to be both comfortable and convenient. With its simple pullover design, it eliminated the fuss of buttons and pins that traditional undershirts required. This made it a hit among bachelors who preferred a no-nonsense approach to dressing. The original t-shirts were made of lightweight cotton, perfect for hot days and casual outings. Over time, they evolved from being merely functional to becoming a fashion staple, loved by people of all ages and styles. Today, t-shirts are worn all around the world and come in countless designs, colors, and fabrics. They symbolize casual, everyday fashion and even serve as a canvas for self-expression through graphics and slogans. Isn't it fascinating how a simple piece of clothing has such a rich history and cultural significance? Let's uncover the truth about Johanna Harer's baby method. In the early 20th century, German physician Johanna Harer introduced a highly controversial approach to parenting that sparked fierce debate. Her method involved isolating newborns from their mothers for the first 3 months and allowing only strictly controlled 20-minute breastfeeding sessions. Harrer believed that this separation would encourage independence in infants. However, many experts argued that this practice could harm the essential bond between mother and child, possibly affecting emotional development. This method raised ethical concerns and drew criticism, as nurturing and comforting babies are seen as vital for their growth. Even today, her ideas provoke discussions about the importance of maternal attachment and the role of caregivers in early childhood. As we reflect on Harrer's unconventional views, we can examine how far parenting philosophies have come and how crucial positive early experiences are for every child's well-being. Have you ever seen sound in action? In 2024, scientists made a huge leap forward with the introduction of the sonic visualizer. This incredible device revolutionizes how we perceive sound by turning sound waves into stunning, colorful light patterns. For individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing, this means they can experience music and speech in a whole new way. By converting audio signals into visual displays, the sonic visualizer bridges sensory gaps, allowing users to see sounds that many of us take for granted. Imagine walking into a room where music is playing, and instead of just hearing the notes, you can watch them dance in waves of color and light. This technology doesn't only help with communication, it sparks creativity too. Artists and musicians are already experimenting with how they can use these visualizations in their work, creating artworks and performances that are immersive and multisensory. As this technology develops, it promises to inspire more innovative ways for us to connect, communicate, and celebrate the beauty of sound. What other amazing things could we discover next? Get ready for pizza delivery by reindeer in Japan. In 2016, Domino's Pizza decided to spice up their delivery service with a fun and festive twist by testing a very unique method of delivery: reindeer. Imagine ordering a delicious pizza and having it arrive at your doorstep not by car, but by these majestic animals. This quirky promotion was aimed at bringing holiday cheer to customers and showcasing a playful spirit surrounding the festive season. Reindeer, often associated with winter magic and holiday traditions, were used in select areas across Japan, making it a delightful sight for pizza lovers. The company wanted to stand out in a competitive market, and what better way to grab attention than with the unexpected? As customers watched these reindeer trotting along the streets, it was hard not to smile. Although this promotion was temporary, it reminded everyone that creativity and fun can turn an ordinary pizza night into an extraordinary experience. Who wouldn't love a little extra magic with their meal? Why are Japan's bullet trains so incredible? Japan is famous for its high-speed Shinkansen, commonly known as bullet trains, which can reach speeds over 200 miles per hour. These sleek, aerodynamic marvels have transformed travel throughout the country, allowing passengers to whisk between cities like Tokyo and Osaka in just a few hours. The Shinkansen is not only fast, but also incredibly punctual, boasting an average delay of less than a minute per year. This impressive reliability is backed by advanced technology and meticulous engineering. For instance, the trains are designed to glide smoothly along tracks and are equipped with sophisticated braking systems to ensure safety. Plus, the smooth acceleration and deceleration create a comfortable ride for all passengers. The bullet train system is also environmentally friendly, utilizing electric power and minimizing its carbon footprint compared to airplanes and cars. It's no wonder that many travelers are drawn to experiencing the thrill of riding a bullet train in Japan. Are you ready to hop on one of these amazing trains? Can you believe productivity is more than just speed? Achieving maximum efficiency in any field isn't as simple as it sounds. While many may think of productivity solely in terms of speed, like cranking out tasks as quickly as possible, the reality is much more complex. The concept of productivity involves balancing quality and speed to obtain the best results. For example, in industries like manufacturing, rushing a product can lead to defects, ultimately wasting time and resources. Similarly, in creative fields, taking time to brainstorm and refine ideas often yields better outcomes than hastily putting something together. This idea of multifaceted productivity applies not only to work environments but also to personal tasks, where being organized and focused can make a huge difference. As we strive for greater efficiency, it's crucial to remember that rushing is not always the answer. Instead, it's about finding the right pace that allows for thorough and thoughtful progress. So how do we redefine productivity for our modern world? Did you know sunlight can ruin your beer fast? Just a quick 10 seconds of direct sunlight can change your chilled beverage from delightful to undesirable. When beer is exposed to sunlight, a chemical reaction takes place that produces a compound known as skunky flavor. This happens because ultraviolet UV light interacts with hops, a key ingredient in brewing. The reaction creates 3-methyl-2-butene-1-thiol, the very essence of that unpleasant skunky taste. Many craft brewers take great care to package their beers in dark bottles or cans, specifically to protect them from this harmful light exposure. So next time you reach for a cold one on a sunny day, remember, it's best to keep it in the cooler or covered up. If you ever wondered why some beers taste strange after they've been sitting in the sun, now you know the science behind it. Your taste buds will thank you for keeping it shady while enjoying a refreshing brew. Did you know Barbie and Ken's real names? These iconic dolls were inspired by Ruth Handler's own children, Barbara and Kenneth. When she co-founded Mattel in the late 1940s, Ruth wanted to create a toy that would help girls envision their futures. Barbie was introduced in 1959, and her name was a nod to Ruth's daughter, while Ken came along in 1961, named after her son. This personal touch gave the dolls a special connection to Ruth's family and made them more relatable to children everywhere. Barbie quickly became a fashion icon, encouraging girls to dream big and pursue careers in various fields. Alongside her companion Ken, she paved the way for millions of children to express themselves through imaginative play. Over the years, Barbie has evolved, representing diverse cultures, professions, and body types, while still holding on to her roots. Ken, too, has adapted, showcasing various styles and roles. Together, they not only entertain but also inspire generations of girls and boys. How cool is that? Did you know there are 4 giraffe species? While many people think of giraffes as a single species, the truth is much more fascinating. Scientists have identified 4 distinct species that differ in appearance and genetics. These are the southern giraffe, the Maasai giraffe, the reticulated giraffe, and the northern giraffe. Each species has unique patterns on their coats, which serve as a form of identification, much like fingerprints do for humans. For instance, the reticulated giraffe features a distinctive net-like pattern of cream and dark brown, while the Maasai giraffe has jagged, irregular patches. Sadly, giraffes face threats due to habitat loss and poaching, leading to declines in some populations. Understanding that there are multiple species highlights the importance of conservation efforts and the need to protect these magnificent creatures in the wild. How can we help ensure their survival? Did you know the Romans loved building bridges? Did you know the Romans loved building bridges? This interest in bridge construction was particularly evident in the region of Droma. The Romans, known for their extraordinary engineering skills, recognized that strong infrastructure was key to the expansion and connectivity of their empire. By building bridges, they could facilitate trade, military movements, and travel across difficult terrains. The bridges they constructed were marvels of engineering, often made with durable materials like stone and concrete, allowing them to endure the test of time. In Droma, the Romans not only showed off their architectural prowess, but also improved the lives of local inhabitants by making transportation easier. This commitment to infrastructure was a hallmark of Roman society, highlighting their understanding of the need for reliable routes in managing and maintaining their vast empire. The legacy of these ancient bridges can still be seen today, with some still standing after thousands of years. Isn't it fascinating how a simple structure can signify an entire civilization's greatness? Prepare to be amazed by the birth of the internet. It all began in the 1960s with a groundbreaking project called ARPANET, funded by the U.S. Department of Defense. This ambitious initiative aimed to create a network that would allow communication between different computers, paving the way for the interconnected world we live in today. Initially, ARPANET linked just a handful of universities and government research facilities. But as technology advanced, more computers joined the network. It was a revolution. By enabling various systems to share information and resources, ARPANET laid the foundation for modern networking protocols. As the 1970s rolled in, innovators began developing the technologies that would refine and expand the internet even further. Who could have imagined that a military project would turn into a global phenomenon, connecting billions of people? Today, the internet is an essential part of our daily lives, transforming how we communicate, learn, and work. Did you know wine grapes turned into raisins? In 1942, during World War II, the U.S. War Production Board made a surprising decision. All wine grapes grown in California had to be transformed into raisins. This change came about because raisins were seen as a more valuable food source. Unlike wine, which could spoil, raisins were non-perishable and provided essential nutrients, making them great for soldiers and civilians alike facing food shortages. The dry climate of California made it the perfect place for this shift. Farmers quickly adapted their vineyards, drying the grapes in the sun to produce the tasty, nutritious snacks. This effort not only helped sustain the population during tough times, but also ensured that the agricultural community stayed strong. The unexpected raisin boom was a clever solution and showcased how resourcefulness can thrive even in challenging circumstances. What if I told you about a balloon showdown? In a bizarre incident in the Czech Republic, a person decided to launch weather balloons into the sky, sparking quite the unexpected reaction. As these balloons floated higher, they caught the attention of local authorities. Concerned that these could be potential threats, officials used a combination of radio communication and even firearms to intercept the balloons. Imagine the scene: a sunny day, balloons in the air, and law enforcement mobilizing to protect the skies. This unusual event raises questions about how we respond to things that may seem innocent, like weather balloons. Why did it escalate to such a degree? It highlights the balance between safety and understanding, especially in our increasingly complex world. So the next time you see a balloon, remember they might not always be as harmless as they look. What if I told you climate change threatens our future? The rapid pace of climate change is not just an environmental issue. It's a pressing threat to humanity itself. Scientists warn that as temperatures rise, we may face more severe weather events, rising sea levels, and disappearing ecosystems. These changes can disrupt food supplies and lead to water shortages, impacting billions of lives. Additionally, climate change exacerbates existing problems like poverty and health crises, putting the most vulnerable communities at even greater risk. While we often focus on the immediate effects, the long-term consequences can be just as troubling, including mass migrations and intensified conflicts over resources. By understanding the urgency of climate change, we must act swiftly and collaboratively to combat its effects while paving the way for a sustainable future. Are we ready to face this challenge together? This might surprise you. Light speed is unreachable. Albert Einstein's special theory of relativity had a groundbreaking idea about how fast we can travel. According to this theory, while we can zoom slower, or even hypothetically faster than light, hitting the exact speed of light remains an impossible feat. Imagine zipping across the universe at incredible speeds, but just as you push towards that ultimate limit, the laws of physics kick in and prevent you from crossing the threshold. Why is that? It's all about energy. As you approach light speed, your mass effectively increases, which means you'd need an infinite amount of energy to keep going, a truly colossal challenge. So traveling at the speed of light may be a dream for science fiction, but in our reality, it's more like a cosmic barrier. Isn't it wild to think that even in the vast expanses of space, there are limits we can't surpass? Most people don't know this, but billionaires give back. Mark Zuckerberg, the co-founder of Facebook, is one of the high-profile figures who has committed to the Giving Pledge. This movement encourages billionaires to share a significant portion of their wealth with charitable causes. Zuckerberg's focus areas include education, medical research, and innovative technology initiatives. By taking this pledge, he joins the ranks of other wealthy individuals like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, who believe in the power of philanthropy to make the world a better place. For example, Zuckerberg has invested in educational programs that aim to improve schools and increase access to quality learning for all children. By aligning his efforts with cutting-edge medical research, he also supports advancements that can transform healthcare. This commitment sparks hope that more billionaires will follow suit, leveraging their fortunes to tackle pressing global issues. Will this trend inspire others to join the cause? Guess what really drives baby rhinos to meow? Baby rhinoceroses, often perceived as tough and formidable, have a surprising side. They make sounds similar to a cat's meow. This adorable noise is part of their communication as they bond with their mothers and express their needs. When baby rhinos are hungry or seeking attention, they produce these meow-like calls, which can be both charming and endearing. It's a fascinating sound that catches many wildlife enthusiasts off guard. As these young rhinos grow, their vocalizations change, but that initial meow is a delightful reminder of their early days. In the wild, communication is crucial, and while adult rhinos are known for their grunts and snorts, baby rhinos have a unique charm. Isn't it amazing that something as big as a rhino can have such a sweet voice? Learning about these surprising traits helps us appreciate the diversity of animal communication. You might be shocked to learn that pyramids existed. Built over 4,000 years ago, this architectural marvel was constructed using around 2.3 million massive blocks of limestone and granite, each weighing about 2.5 tons. Imagine workers hauling these enormous stones without the help of modern machinery. Instead, they relied on simple tools, teamwork, and ingenuity to transport and position each block with precision. This extraordinary feat showcases the incredible engineering skills of ancient civilizations. The pyramid not only served as a tomb for the pharaoh Khufu, but also reflects the culture and beliefs of the time. Today, it stands as a symbol of human ambition and craft, captivating visitors from around the world. How did they manage such a monumental task without the technology we have today? Why exactly does our genome hold so much information? The human genome, a remarkable collection of around 3 billion base pairs of DNA, is like a complex instruction manual for building and maintaining our bodies. It is estimated to house between 20,000 and 25,000 protein-coding genes, which serve as the blueprints for creating proteins essential for everything from muscle growth to immune responses. Back in 2003, the Human Genome Project marked a significant milestone by successfully mapping this extensive genetic code, opening doors to incredible discoveries in medicine and biology. By understanding the genome, scientists can learn how genes influence health, identify genetic disorders, and even develop targeted therapies. This vast genetic library not only reveals our individual uniqueness, but also sheds light on our shared ancestry, illustrating how interconnected we all are at the molecular level. Isn't it fascinating how much information is packed into every cell of our body? Guess what really drives degree mills? Degree mills have been caught doing some outrageous things, like issuing fake diplomas to pets. In a particularly curious case, a cat earned an MBA with a 3.5 GPA, showcasing the absurdity of these unaccredited institutions. These diploma factories often prioritize profit over genuine education, offering degrees that hold no value in the job market and mislead employers. This trend spotlights a significant lack of oversight in the education system, urging us to stay alert. With many people unaware of the existence of such scams, it's crucial to verify academic credentials before making decisions about hiring or further education. By shining a light on these fraudulent practices, we can encourage a smarter approach to higher education and help protect ourselves from misinformation. So next time you look at a diploma, ask whether it's the real deal. Hard to believe, but Fleischhacker Pool was enormous. Once the largest swimming pool in the United States, this iconic San Francisco spot was built in 1924. Imagine a pool measuring a whopping 1,000 by 150 feet. It held an incredible 6.5 million gallons of water, making it a true aquatic giant. With the capacity to accommodate up to 10,000 swimmers at once, Fleischecker Pool was the place to be for sun-seekers and water lovers alike. Families flocked there, enjoying sunny days splashing around in its massive waters. The pool wasn't just a swimming facility, it was a vibrant social hub where friends gathered, children played, and memories were made. Although it no longer operates, its legacy lives on, reminding us of a time when public pools were cherished community spaces. What stories could the waters of Fleischecker tell if they could talk? What if I told you about free travel opportunities? The Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms program, also known as WOF, connects volunteers with organic farms all over the globe. This unique initiative allows people to travel without spending a dime on accommodation or meals. In exchange for a few hours of work each day, participants receive free food and a place to stay, creating a win-win situation for everyone involved. Imagine waking up on a sunny vineyard in Italy, harvesting fresh produce, or staying on a serene farm in New Zealand, all while learning about sustainable farming practices. Plus, it's an incredible chance to immerse yourself in different cultures and meet fellow travelers who share your passion for the environment. With opportunities in dozens of countries, where will your adventure take you next? Pack your bags and prepare for an unforgettable experience. Hard to believe, but it hit 136 degrees Fahrenheit. This scorching temperature was recorded in El Azizia, Libya, on September 13, 1922, marking it as the hottest day on Earth ever. Imagine walking outside and feeling the air literally sizzle around you. This extreme record highlights just how intense weather can be, especially in the desert regions where temperatures can soar. El Azizia, situated in the North African desert, experiences harsh conditions that can make it one of the driest places on the planet. Such extreme heat impacts everything from local wildlife, which has adapted to survive, to the way people live and work. Understanding these extremes helps scientists study climate patterns and anticipate future changes. As the world faces rising temperatures today, the incredible heat of the past reminds us of nature's power and the importance of respecting our environment. Can you imagine facing such heat today? Let's uncover the truth about Viking longships. These remarkable vessels contributed significantly to the Viking status as fierce seafaring explorers from Scandinavia. Emerging between the late 8th and early 11th centuries, Viking longships were designed for both speed and versatility. With their shallow drafts, these ships could cruise effortlessly on open seas and navigate narrow rivers, making them ideal for raids and settlements. The sleek, elongated shape of longships, coupled with their lightweight construction, allowed Vikings to travel further than many of their contemporaries. This innovative design enabled the Vikings to strike at unsuspecting coastal towns across Europe and even venture into the rivers of Russia and beyond. The success of these voyages led to vast territories being explored and conquered, transforming the map of medieval Europe. Isn't it fascinating how a ship design can change the course of history? Let's uncover the truth about personal safety. In a world filled with unpredictability, being aware of your surroundings is more crucial than ever. Everyday activities, whether it's walking to your car after work or enjoying a night out with friends, can come with hidden risks. It's important to stay vigilant and recognize potential dangers. Simple precautions, like avoiding distractions from your phone and keeping a buddy close at night, can significantly enhance your safety. For instance, when you're in a crowded place, being alert can help you spot suspicious behavior early. It might feel like common sense, but many people overlook these basic steps. Personal safety isn't just about being cautious, it's about empowering yourself to navigate life confidently. So, why not take a moment today to assess your habits and make small changes? Your awareness can make a big difference in protecting yourself in everyday situations. Discover why camels have those iconic humps. The hump of a camel isn't just for show, it's a remarkable adaptation that serves as a storage for fat. When food is hard to find, camels can tap into this fat reserve for energy, allowing them to survive harsh conditions. Interestingly, the size of a camel's hump is also an important health indicator. A larger hump generally means the camel is well-nourished and healthy, while a smaller or drooping hump can signal health issues or malnutrition. This unique feature not only helps camels thrive in arid environments, but also showcases their incredible ability to conserve resources. In fact, a camel can go for long periods without food and water, relying on its fat reserves to stay strong. So the next time you see a camel, remember that those impressive humps are vital for their survival in the desert. Did you know male emus are the nurturing ones? When it comes to parenting in the emu world, these large, flightless birds take on a surprising role. After female emus lay their eggs, which can be up to 20 in a single clutch, it's the males who take charge. The female emu will usually leave after laying the eggs, while the male assumes the responsibility of incubating them. For about 8 weeks, he diligently sits on the eggs, keeping them warm and ensuring they huddle together for the best temperature. During this time, he also guards the nest from potential threats and may even lose a significant amount of weight due to his dedication. Once the chicks hatch, the male continues to look after them, leading them as they begin their journey in the wild. This nurturing behavior shows a unique aspect of emu life that many might never expect. Let's uncover the truth about bouldering. This exciting climbing style has a fascinating origin. The term bouldering comes from the practice of scaling small rocks or boulders without using ropes for safety. In the UK, people once saw bouldering as a quirky pastime rather than a serious sport. It stood in stark contrast to traditional activities like hiking or organized climbing. However, over time, bouldering has gained massive popularity, attracting climbers of all skill levels who appreciate its challenge and freedom. Unlike more formal climbing routes, bouldering allows climbers to connect with nature directly and test their skills on shorter, yet often very tricky, routes called problems. Today, indoor bouldering gyms are popping up everywhere, making it accessible for everyone. Whether you're a beginner trying your first climb or a seasoned pro tackling a difficult problem, bouldering offers adventure and thrill in every grip. Why not give it a try? Can you believe the size of this mobile giant? The largest man-made mobile object ever created was so massive that it couldn't even fit through the Panama Canal or the English Channel. This engineering marvel, known as the Seawise Giant, was an ultra-large crude carrier, ULCC, built in 1979. Stretching over 1,500 feet long, it was longer than the height of the Empire State Building. Due to its sheer size and weight, this colossal ship faced challenges whenever it needed to navigate narrow waters. In fact, after its service years, which included transporting oil across oceans, it was finally dismantled in 2009 in a shipyard in India. The Seawise Giant not only dominated the seas, but also sparked conversations about what makes a vessel truly mobile. Its legacy lives on in marine engineering discussions and serves as a reminder of how human ingenuity can create structures that defy expectations. What will be the next engineering feat to capture our imagination? Here's something incredible about bats and echolocation. Bats are true masters of navigation thanks to their amazing ability to use echolocation. This sophisticated skill allows them to emit high-frequency sounds through their noses or mouths. When these sound waves bounce off objects, the bats listen closely to the returning echoes, interpreting them to figure out what's in their surroundings. This process helps them hunt tiny insects even in complete darkness, making them efficient nocturnal predators. Imagine flying through the night and accurately spotting a moth just by hearing its flutter. With remarkable precision, bats can tell not only the size and distance of their prey, but also its shape. This amazing echolocation technique has evolved over millions of years, showcasing the incredible adaptability of these flying mammals. Isn't it fascinating how nature has equipped bats with such an extraordinary tool for survival? Here's a wild fact about Alaska's history. Did you know that Alaska was once part of Russia? In 1867, the United States purchased this vast and chilly land for a mere $7.2 million, a deal that many at the time thought was a mistake. Imagine acquiring a place that was twice the size of Texas for less than the price of a luxury home today. Now, Alaska isn't just a scenic wonderland filled with beautiful landscapes and wildlife. It plays a crucial role in the economy of the United States. The state is rich in natural resources, including oil, natural gas, and minerals. These resources contribute significantly to energy supplies and help fuel various industries across the nation. Plus, Alaska's stunning environment has made it a hotspot for tourism, attracting countless travelers who want to experience its breathtaking mountains, glaciers, and diverse wildlife. Can you believe how much history is packed into this cold yet vital part of the U.S.? Did you know that T-Rex skeletons aren't fully intact? Despite our fascination with this iconic dinosaur, no single skeleton has been discovered that is completely whole. Researchers have unearthed about 15 significant Tyrannosaurus rex skeletons, showcasing impressive bones and fossils that tell us a lot about their size and structure. Among these, 2 skeletons stand out as nearly complete, giving scientists a rare glimpse into the life of this magnificent predator. These skeletons help us understand how T-Rex moved, hunted, and lived millions of years ago. By studying their fossilized remains, experts can piece together clues about their diet, social behavior, and even their environment. Imagine the thrill of uncovering fragments of a creature that roamed the Earth during the late Cretaceous. Each discovery only heightens our curiosity about these fascinating ancient giants. What secrets might still lie hidden beneath the surface? Discover the surprising song of a housefly. You might not think about it, but that annoying buzz from a housefly has a musical twist. Scientists have discovered that the hum made by these tiny insects is consistently in the key of F, right in the middle octave. This means they can deliver their own unique melody, adding a little bit of music to our everyday lives, even if it's not the kind we want to hear while we're trying to enjoy a meal. The sound is produced by their rapidly beating wings, which can flap up to a staggering 1,000 times per second. This fascinating ability showcases how even the smallest creatures have their own way of communicating, much like how we share stories through songs. Isn't it interesting to think about the diverse and hidden worlds of sound around us? Each insect plays its own part in the symphony of nature. Prepare to be amazed by Stephenie Meyer's cameo in Twilight. In this beloved vampire saga, author Stephenie Meyer decided to step in front of the camera for a brief but memorable moment. Fans of the series might be surprised to find that the mind behind Bella and Edward appears in a restaurant scene. There she is, seated with a laptop, dressed in a striking red dress and sporting black hair. This clever hidden appearance adds a fun layer to the film, connecting the author with her work in a unique way. Meyer's presence not only delights dedicated fans, but also showcases her deep involvement in the adaptation of her novels. This playful cameo serves as a reminder of the creative bond between an author and her characters, while also inviting viewers to look closely for unexpected surprises in their favorite films. So the next time you watch Twilight, keep an eye out for Meyer. Who knows what other hidden gems you might discover? What if I told you about a surprising agreement? In France, a lawyer named André-François Raffray made a unique deal with a 90-year-old woman to buy her apartment. He agreed to pay her $500 every month for her home, which seemed like a fair arrangement at first. Over time, however, this agreement turned into a fascinating story of longevity and commitment. For an incredible 30 years, he kept up his payments, totaling $180,000. But there's a twist. André ended up outliving the woman he had made the agreement with. This situation raises intriguing questions about life, financial planning, and the unexpected turns our choices can take. It's not just a simple contract. It showcases how life can change, reminding us of the deep connections we can form and the surprising outcomes that can arise from our decisions. How often do we consider the long-term effects of our choices? Hard to believe, but Seth wrote about comas. This talented songwriter penned a quirky tune that claimed comas were silly, poking fun at the idea. However, life has a funny way of turning the tables. Not long after he composed that catchy song, Seth found himself in a coma due to a sudden health crisis. When he eventually woke up, he couldn't help but chuckle at the irony. The experience, he remarked, was just as silly as he had joked about in his lyrics. Despite the seriousness of a coma, Seth described it almost humorously, reflecting on how surreal it felt. This twist of fate reminded him that sometimes our own words can come back to surprise us in unexpected ways. Seth's story teaches us that humor can be found even in difficult situations, and that life is full of unpredictable moments. What do you think he learned about his own lyrics? The Carolina Reaper is the world's hottest chili pepper. This fiery fruit, developed by Ed Curry at the Pucker Butt Pepper Company in South Carolina, has taken the spice world by storm. With heat levels soaring past 2.2 million Scoville units, this pepper holds the Guinness World Record for its extreme spiciness. To put that in perspective, a jalapeno pepper typically measures between 2,500 to 8,000 Scoville units. This means that the Carolina Reaper is not just hot, it's on a whole different level of heat. Ed Curry created this pepper through careful crossbreeding, aiming for a blend of flavorful sweetness and intense heat. The Reaper is not just a challenge for spice enthusiasts, but also inspires culinary creativity, appearing in hot sauces, recipes, and even some fiery competitions. However, handling this pepper requires caution, as it can cause intense burning sensations. Have you ever had the guts to try a Carolina Reaper? With its incredible heat and unique flavor, this pepper has definitely made its mark in the culinary world.